the show. Give me 1, 2, 3, let's go. Let me just reminisce for a change. Give you the genesis of my range. And when the whole world starts to fall, I'll be the one rising up, standing tall. They got me like...
Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Campbell Chronicles. It has been a great day already. We've already been speaking at the Royal Court for breakfast, sent the elder two off to the kids club because they wanted to get a full 2.5 hours of kids club before we go on our excursion today. Today we're heading off the boat for our first time since Castaway Cay, heading to the Chacchoben Ruins, the ancient Mayan ruins that are here in our port of call, Costa Maya. Costa Maya is a first for this family, first for anybody in this family. And if you know us, you know how much we like new adventures. It's being able to get out and explore something new and build those memories together. That's what's fun for us. I'm very excited to finally get off the ship here, but that doesn't actually start for another few hours. So we got some time to kill while the kids are in the kids club. So we thought we'd come do a nice sit-down breakfast at the Royal Court. I went ahead and ordered some eggs Benedict salmon. That does sound really, really good. And we also got some sausage and bacon for a side, along with some danishes, some pastries. I got an apple strudel, it looks like, with some powdered sugar on top, and a croissant. Emily went with the cinnamon roll, solid choice, and Evelyn chocolate muffin, which is already half devoured from bottom to the top. So to start you out here, that's looks like the apple strudel with powdered sugar on top. If I remember right, this is the one that puffed up my nose last time I had this one, but I do like that one. I remember last time I had one, there wasn't that much apple in it. This one has a little bit more apple in it, and it complements it more. So I like this one better than last time. That's good. Salmon eggs Benedict looks absolutely fantastic this morning. It's a side of bacon and sausage. It's gonna be perfect. I love this. That's pretty good. It cuts very easily. Not very hard at all to get through the bread even, which is nice. All right, eggs Benedict salmon edition. Let's give it a shot. Just as good as I remember. Hollandaise sauce, I would say it's a bit more salty than I have before, but that's fine. It doesn't ruin it at all. It's really good though. Really, really good. That salmon does stand out. It's a smoked salmon. So it does stand out when you're eating all this, but mixed in with the hollandaise sauce and everything, if you were going to be adventurous for seafood for your first time, this would probably be a good one to go with. I like it a lot. Off the ship now in Costa Maya, Mexico, following our group, which is Stitch, heading over to see some Mayan ruins. About a 30-35 minute bus ride there, what we were told. I've heard somebody else say it was about an hour, so we'll make sure we get you the correct time as well. Let's go see some ruins.
Say you love me, say you don't, just give me something so I can move on. Pull me closer or push me away. Let me know if we'll be okay, 'cause I can't stand another moment.
All right, we finally made it here. It was an hour van ride and all the kids fell asleep, and this guy right here, but our tour guide was pretty awesome. He did give us really good history on everything that all things in Mexico, kind of leading up to this point. But really good tour guide so far. And we're on a short walk here to Chacchoben, the temple here in the Mayan ruins. We're almost there. It's only a short walk. Here we are. So on our way over here, we were told a little bit of brief history. There's over 5,500 Mayan cities in this area that we're in, but only 36 of them are open to public. Here we are at one of them. Wow. Wow. That's pretty big. That is big, huh? Let's turn the camera around, huh? Okay, so I just learned something cool here. Right behind me here, what you're seeing here, that is actually another ruin that is just been untouched, hasn't been touched yet. And they only allow them to dig up every 30 or so years another ruin. One of the main reasons for that being is they don't want to do it too fast to ruin potential evidence. Another reason why they don't want to do it too fast is so that technology can improve and things be done better. So yeah, that's a government rule that they only do that about every 30 years or so. It's a good way to preserve everything, I think. Here's another shot of the ruin right behind me here that hasn't been uncovered yet.
Another moment of you playing with my mind. I'm so tired of never knowing, so spell it out. 'Cause I won't.
All right, so we're now on the back side of the Chacchoben pyramid here, and this right here is an altar. This covered in rocks now since grown in trees, but this was where they'd come offer sacrifices and gifts to the ruler. And here's the back side of the Chacchoben Temple. Now this part here, right in the center there, it's roped off, but we'll climb up a little bit. But right here in the center is where the throne used to be. And like I was saying, the latest ruler used to actually live there. We have rooms on the right, and we have rooms over here on the left that they would use, and they'd perform their duties from right up here in the center from a throne that is no longer here. So anyways, this is pretty cool. Let's go to climb it and take a little hike. All right, so I'm gonna come over here to the side here and take these steps over here and then head back over to the center of the pyramid. Back over to where one of the bedrooms was. Looks like the bedroom is not roped off. So we'll come over here. So right here where they're all standing, that's one of the bedrooms. Doesn't seem that big. Here we are in the bedroom. Just a little bit of a closer look here. This is where the throne would be for when they were the ruler or the king or whoever it was at the time would be conducting his duties. He'd be overlooking everything. And from up top here, you can see the circle down here. That's the altar that we were just at. But yeah, let's go check out some more. So this area here was a housing complex for the nobility and priesthood. Each one of these deals here would have been a house. I think he said it would stand up to about 11 feet tall, but here's all that's really remaining is the foundations on each side. So you kind of picture each corner here, each of the rounded corners would have a log going straight up, and the tops would be made from these types of palm trees. So whole housing complex, and you can see on the other side here as well a whole nother row of housing. Okay, so over here under the cover is a monolith with a story of I think it's basically ancestry as what the tour guide described it as. It's hard to read now, harder to pick out, but yeah, they had a whole lineage of a family in here from the marriage to children and so on. So pretty cool. You can see some things etched in there. Over here you can hear them. I'm gonna see if we can find them though, but you can hear some spider monkeys. All right, we're about to climb this 32 step. Apparently there's a great view at the top, so pardon me if I'm out of breath at the top. They said that these stairs are double the height of the one we have at home. So I'm stepping up about 18 inches at a time. Oh wow. That is huge. Wow. So apparently this is the temple where they do sacrifices. The other one down there with the altar was more of the come to give gifts to the royalty. Well, feel free to fact check me on this, but apparently the human sacrifice would have been taken to the top here, their head cut off, fall down these stairs, and the blood would come rushing down. But I'm gonna actually look into this more when I get home too, because it's pretty fascinating that things like this, these structures were built for sacrificing. So obviously the people felt strong about it. So anyways, it'd be an interesting thing to find more out about, that's for sure. All right, so apparently this over here, there's this grass shelter, this palm tree shelter over here is protecting stucco that has been around for more than 2,000 years. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to get in a little zoom in here. But right here, that's the red stucco there, that's over 2,000 years old. It's pretty impressive. It's been here for a long, long time. We'll do a lot to preserve the history too. All right, and right there we have some monkeys, the ones that are chirping. Tour guy said they're spider monkeys, but I barely tell from here, so I'm gonna have to review the footage when we get back. All right, over here is just a map, kind of the map of the area here. We're up here by 9 and 10. Up there, that's where the sacrificial was. Over here, number 3, that's the initial temple, with 5 being all the housing and so on. So let's keep looking around. There's a little monkey there. Monkeys in the trees.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, there's 2. There's the baby and the mama. Cool. Oh, there they go. That's so cool. Oh, this is the kind of stuff, guys, that you don't see if you stay at home. So fun. So fun. Love it. Bye, monkey. All right, and that's pretty much the end of our little tour here. We were out here for about an hour or so, maybe a little bit longer. All right, I'm gonna tell you right now, maybe it's because this is my first time out to a Mayan ruin like this, but these are places that you're only gonna see at one spot in the world. Well, you know what I mean, in one region of the world. So seeing these locations only makes me want to do more research and more study and more history get more history on these kinds of things. And so I'm gonna tell you right now, again, it might be just because it's my first time doing it, but paying $400 for the family to come out and see this stuff, I'm happy about that. That's well priced. You know, the van ride's about an hour, which Emily and myself and the kids, we got some naps, which was nice. Air-conditioned van, which was good. But overall, definitely gonna say it's worth it. And we some drinks and cokes and stuff along the way too. So it's really not that bad. But yeah, that's about it for our tour. Now we're headed back to the Disney Fantasy, see what other kind of fun we can have there.
My wristwatch is broken, my shoes are untied. Time is a-ticking, and so is the tide. But I am not worried, things are what they are. Come rain or come shine or a shooting star. I've been to the south, I've been to the north, east and the west, the middle of course. I may have been astray, but I've never been lost, never been beat by the road I've crossed. I guess I've been lucky to some degree.
Back on the ship through security, headed down now to Animators Palate for a pirate night. Once again, Emily in some awesome shirts here. We're gonna go see if we can take some pictures with the characters in their pirate outfits, and let's go have a lot of fun drawing at Animators Palate.
In the sweet by and by.
Okay, seated in the Animators Palate for a second time here, and if you haven't seen the second seating on your cruise here, you'll get one of these and you get to draw your own character in there, and they'll put it up on the screen and bring it to life with some animation. So very excited for that. Let's see what we can do, creatively speaking. A quick rendition of a Mandalorian in his Mandalorian armor here. Here it is. That looks pretty good. I don't know. We'll see how it turns out up on the TV. We'll see.
Mine was Spider-Man. So if Dad shows the screen and you see Spider-Man, you know.
Rob Campbell.
Me.
All right, stuff is happening.
are just what I need to whip up a little animation magic. I'll be back later, but right now, we invite you to sit back and relax as the dining room proudly presents your dinner.
So for tonight we did order a couple different things. I wanted to try out the sashimi, and I also wanted to try the porcini. The porcini is a filled porcini mushroom, Swiss and fontina cheese with garlic, thyme, and prosecco wine sauce. That sounds really good. Soup I went for tonight. This is my first time having soup this trip. I went for the white cheddar and broccolini soup. The main course, I couldn't decide between the salmon steak, the roasted salmon steak, and the beef Wellington. I've had the herb crusted lamb before, I've had the chicken schnitzel, and so I really wanted to try out some other things. So I went ahead with the salmon steak tonight and the beef Wellington. Trying the sashimi now by itself first, of course, before we add any of the sauces or anything like that. There it is in all its glory. By itself, it has decent flavor. We dip in a little tiny bit of soy. Adds enough. Yep. The soy right there. Adds enough. All right, porcini is here. I remember having this. I remember just trying a sample. I didn't actually order it myself. This is my first time ordering it. But if it's anything like I remember, it was extremely good. It looks really, really good. That is really good. Very soft. Just really good with the mushroom sauce and everything. That's a good little, oh, that's perfect. Broccolini cheddar soup is here. It looks different than what I remember. I was not picturing this, so this is okay. It smells good. It smells really good. That's good. Broccolini soup, very creamy. It's got all the flavors. It's not a bit like broccoli. It's not like that. It's really good because you get a lot of the other ingredients as well. A lot of the cheddar, a lot of the cheese as well. So it is really good. All right, so we're now trying the beef Wellington. I got a little bit of everything on the one bite here. The front there is the breading and the bread, and the back of it is the actual beef cooked medium rare. Let's give it a shot. There's a lot of flavor in that one bite. Yeah, that one's really unique. I'm glad I tried this one because of how unique it is. Maybe it's just the way I've always ordered, but I've never had a beef Wellington like this before. We did have the beef Wellington at the American Pavilion during the Festival of the Arts, but it was nothing like this. Nothing at all. So this is fantastic. I am really digging this one. This is good. The show is starting.
everybody. See y'all real soon.
Here's the clock. All right, now that the show's over, trying the salmon now. The salmon steak with the little puree underneath it, and then the wine sauce. That puree, that's interesting. That is very interesting. I do like it, but it's very interesting. Not typically what I would put with a salmon. Usually when I do salmon, I just like it smoked, but this is pretty good. That wine sauce really does complete the flavoring of it too. Dessert tonight, I'm gonna try the only one that I haven't tried at Animators Palate, and that's the peach tart, the orchard peach tart. I haven't tried that one before. It sounds really good. It's a almond peach tart with rich vanilla sauce and dulce de leche ice cream. Sounds amazing. Also, I can't not get the signature dessert. It's the Armeto cheesecake, creamy vanilla cheesecake layered with baked Armeto sour cream. Sour cream doesn't really appease to me except for when I'm here and I know it's going to be good. Let's start with the signature dessert, the Armeto cheesecake. A little bit of that raspberry sauce that they drizzle on the side there. Looks pretty good. Yeah, being honest here, nothing about it really jumps out. It's not bad. It's not a bad dessert. It's just nothing about it really jumps out tonight. Will say the one that's taken me by surprise tonight as far as presentation go was that peach tart. I'm really anxious to try it. I'm going to try to get the ice cream and the vanilla sauce all together there. Looks really good. Yep, that peach tart takes the cake tonight. I have not had this peach tart before, and that is really good. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a combination of all the flavors together with all the ice cream and the dulce de leche ice cream. That's really good. The peach tart is just really reminding me of like a good peach cobbler. The breading not the same, but it's still really good. I'm not gonna go as far as to say it's the best dessert I've had, especially knowing that I know there's better out there, but it's good. It does stand out as far as the winner tonight. Yeah, the peach tart. All right, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for us today. We're gonna go ahead and turn off the camera and have some family time tonight. Just spend some quality time and enjoy each other's company. It has been a pleasure having you aboard with us today, especially having you aboard the tour that we did around the Chacchoben Mayan Ruins. That was really fun. I'm definitely going to recommend that. I said it earlier, but I'll say it again. Even after paying for it, like I said, $400 to take my family out there to experience things that you will never see unless you get off your couch and go do. So that being said, it was a lot of fun to be able to get out, explore the ruins, and just learn a little bit about the history of Mexico and so on. So definitely thanks for joining us today. If you found value in anything that we did today, hit that like button and subscribe. And definitely put any questions or comments in the comment section. We'll be sure to get right back to you, especially if you have any suggestions of ports of call or of tours or anything that you'd like to do in Costa Maya. We'd love to hear from you, and we'll be sure to get right back to you. But thanks again for watching, guys. It's been a pleasure having you aboard. We'll see you real soon, and remember, adventure is out there.